How my eager students draw near, sit. This old tea seller, once a Buddhist monk and forever a seeker of wisdom, has stories to share. We will travel through time, peeling back the layers of devotion, inquiry, and mysticism that have shaped our South and Southeast Asian heritage. Let us first delve into the realm of the Bhakti Movement. Picture the South Indian Saint Andal, a woman who dared to compose hymns of divine love in Tamil, breaking the boundaries of gender and language. Her works, like the Tirupavai, are not just poems but lifelines that challenge the rigid Sanskritized rituals of her day. Here was spirituality free from the manacles of caste, something that people like Ramanuja, proponent of the Vishishtadvaita philosophy, took to heart. This movement acted as a catalyst for regional languages like Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada to flourish in religious literature. Let me take you to my past life, one clad in saffron robes within the walls of a Buddhist vihara. Unlike the secluded ashrams of the Hindu tradition, our monasteries were buzzing hubs of education and community service. Picture the Mahavihara here in ancient Anuradhapura, an educational sanctuary that hosted Faxian, the Chinese pilgrim. These monasteries became the crucible for the Pali Canon, and it was in these very halls that the Tripitaka was first written down. Imagine the societal impact. Local kings such as Parakramabahu Farm invested heavily in these monastic universities, elevating both the spiritual and educational fabric of society. But let's not forget the Sufis, those mystics whose swirling dances and soulful qawwalis added a new dimension to Islam. Although their presence was scant here in Sri Lanka, their impact was monumental in regions like Bengal and Gujarat. Think of Al-Ghazali, who straddled the worlds of orthodoxy and mysticism, or the poetry of Rumi, whose words transcended religious boundaries. Sufism often functioned as an interface, a meeting point between Islamic and non-Islamic communities, particularly in India. And do not believe for a moment that these streams of thought existed in silos. Take the example of Akbar's court, a melting pot where Hindu and Islamic philosophies met and even debated. Consider the syncretic traditions like the Santmat movement in North India, where the teachings of Kabir, a Bhakti saint, harmonized with the Sufi philosophy. Now, as we sit here in the heart of Polonnaruwa, surrounded by the vestiges of a glorious past, never forget that our beliefs, our practices, our very essence is the confluence of these myriad currents. Each one of us is like the lotus in the Buddhist Jataka tales, rising from the mud yet untouched by it, ever striving for the sun. So, absorb these stories, these lessons, for in them lies the key to understanding not just our history but the very core of our shared humanity.